Hello, hello, social media fam. How are we doing today? We have another one of our amazing interviews with one of our representatives, Mr. Bradley Greissman. Brad, thank you so much for hopping on today, be able to share your story and a little bit of your insights with the position. So, Brad, just kind of start off. By the way, before we start talking to Brad, those guys, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Aaron Winter Official. You can follow Brad at B Greissman on Instagram as well. Please give a like, throw a comment in the chat box, show some love for Mr. Greissman here, as we would highly appreciate that. So, Brad, to kind of start off, can you just give a little bit of your background, a little bit of your story?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, for starters, my name is Brad Greissman. I've been working here for about 6 months. I didn't know what to expect when I started here, but then I realized the comfortable working environment, the great learning experience, and I learned how to sell myself and network with others.
Cool. What about a little bit of your background before Cutco, Brad?
Before Cutco, I was a high school student who needed a job over the summer, and this job was thrown at me. I'd rather take a job I've never heard of over lackluster jobs that many people my age are forced to take.
Awesome. And everyone, Brad, by the way, is a freshman at Adelphi University. He's majoring in poli-sci. I know one of his dreams is to eventually get into politics, and his potential dream is to eventually become POTUS, President of the United States. And Brad was one of those kids that graduated high school during the middle of the pandemic, didn't really know what the work environment was going to be like. Brad, I believe one of your friends recommended you to the job over the course of the summer, and you just tried it out, and obviously had some great success since you started. So to kind of start up with my first question for you here, Brad. So you've been in the business, as you mentioned, about 6 months so far. So what are some of the biggest skill sets and soft skills that you've gained as a young adult since you started?
I feel like the greatest skills I've learned were how to sell myself, work with a team, and just face my fears.
Such as
phoning a bunch of people, calling a bunch of acquaintances during phone time, and scheduling appointments with them.
Awesome. And I do want to let everybody know Brad is probably what was one of the hardest workers in his first 10 days in the job. Brad, what were you doing? Like 6 to 8 appointments a day?
I was doing 7 appointments a day.
7+ appointments in the day. His first 10 days, did over $10,000 in sales in his first 10 days as well, which is a very prestigious honor in our company. Only about 1 to 5% of representatives in the nation are people that are able to accomplish that. And he just did it through grinding and a lot of hard work. And it's been great seeing you grow over the last 6 months, Brad. And those guys, also Brad just got recently promoted to assistant manager for our winter break program. He's currently the number 2 management candidate in our entire division right now in sales, just passed $10,000 for his winter break. Has earned a little over $4,000 in that process as well. And it's pretty cool about that, Brad. You just won your first Vector trip. Where are we going in March, sir?
We are going to Puerto Rico. I can't wait.
San Juan, Puerto Rico. I cannot wait to party and just lay on the beach and have a lot of fun with you there, my friend. And then my next question for you, Brad. So obviously you didn't know a lot about the job when you first came in. Obviously I know you were recommended by one of your friends, but what were some of your thoughts as you showed up for your first interview or you showed up for your first day of training? What was running through your mind?
Well, I think my main thoughts were I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't know what I was going to do in the job. So I just felt like I knew I was going to learn a lot, and it was going to be for a good cause, such as American-made items,
cool,
American-made products.
Awesome. And I would say you pretty much just trusted the process, right, Brad?
Exactly. Yeah, just trust the process.
Fantastic. And so obviously, I don't think you've ever done a virtual job like this before. So what were some of the challenges that you had to overcome and you had to rise above to get comfortable working in a virtual type environment?
I feel like the main challenge that I had to overcome was instead of showing the products in person, I can show a picture of it and explain how amazing it works.
Okay. And then what do you think have been some of your biggest highlights since starting with our company?
I feel like one of the biggest highlights was getting promoted to assistant manager, hitting $10,000 in sales within my first 10 days in the job, and getting to meet everyone.
To building good relationships and friendships with other people in our division. And just so everybody, again, know, $10,000 in sales in your first 10 days, again, is a very prestigious level in our business. And when somebody does hit $10,000 in sales in our business, they start making 30% commission, which is a 300% pay increase from when they first started, when they first initially started up at 10%. Now, one of the things that I know you've been really excited about, especially over the last couple of months, Brad, and being part of our Leadership Academy and management training, just so you guys know that what that does, we teach our young adults on our team time management, public speaking and presentation skills. We teach them how to start investing and saving money for their future with our Dave Ramsey financial coaching. And we also teach them leadership from John Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership and personal growth skill sets like core value index, the 5 love languages, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people, when they see our job, they just think about the knives. But Brad, would you say one of your biggest benefits has been a lot of the life skills that we've taught you?
Oh, 100%, because I learned about personal finance, how to invest, and how to save my money.
And as a 18-year-old, there's not many 18-year-olds that are starting to invest in the Roth IRA and starting up their investment vehicles and everything like that. And then I know the biggest thing that you're super excited about especially I know the biggest reason why you've been working really hard for this month, Brad, is to be a branch manager. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what a branch manager is in our business, it's our student internship program where a student such as Brad gets to run and manage his own sales team for 2 months over the course of the summer. It's a 4-month gig, but for the first 2 months of the summer, he's recruiting, developing, training sales representatives to do the job just like he was taught to do last summer. And for the last 2 months, he's able to really maximize his profit and sell it straight 50%. Be able to win a pretty cool trip to Australia as well, which I cannot wait for us to be able to go on as well, Brad. So why are you excited to be a branch manager? I know it's going to be a big challenge, a big undertaking for you, Brad. Why are you excited to eventually be a branch manager?
Well, I know it's going to be a big challenge for me, but I feel like the reason I'm motivated to become a branch manager is to train people and help people who are going to be in the position that I was in, and build a team and unite people from all walks of life.
So, Brad, I would say that's a very common characteristic of a lot of our managers in our business where, and please agree with me if this is right, where you want to pay it forward. So Alex Strout, your manager, obviously gave you that opportunity, and it just sounds like you want to be able to pay that opportunity forward to a lot of young adults as well in your sphere of influence. And then as we start to kind of wrap up here, Brad, there's a lot of people that might be watching right now, and they might have heard about this. They might have seen some things online, and they're like, I don't know if I want to try out sales. I don't know if I want to try a virtual job. What words of advice would you recommend to those people who are kind of thinking about it or maybe on the fence?
So I'd say try it, get your feet wet, and you may enjoy it more than you're expecting.
And I always think of a concept that I've always learned growing up, Brad. Like if you're always comfortable, you're never growing. And would you say this job has put you a little bit outside of your comfort zone as you've worked here?
Oh, 100%.
And
I was not expecting to sell and call a bunch of acquaintances, and then when it happened, I knew I had to face my fear.
And would you say facing those fears has allowed you to grow as an individual and as a person?
Oh, yeah, because as you said, if I'm always comfortable and never growing.
We're fantastic. And anything that you want to promote or anything that you're excited about that's coming up besides work?
I'd say I am really excited for the Puerto Rico trip. I'm excited to run my own branch office and build a team of people who were in the position that I was last summer.
Fantastic, man. Well, for those of you guys that are watching and you're interested in checking out the opportunity that Brad's been able to do for himself, making over $10,000 since he started the job, is really be able to gain a lot of his soft skills, enhance his resume, really set himself apart from the rest of his peers groups. You guys can see it on the ticker symbol there on the bottom. Just feel free to check out ctstudentwork.com. Again, that's CT as in Connecticut, studentwork.com. To really be able to check out our opportunity. We're still hiring for the rest of winter break, and obviously we do have some positions open for our spring semester. So if you guys have any questions on that, again, apply, DM me, DM Brad. we're more than happy to help you out with that. But Brad, thank you so much for your time today. I'm so excited to keep seeing you grow and keep breaking through barriers and challenges, and eventually becoming one of our top branch managers coming up for the summer of 2021. So thank you for everything you do, Brad. I heart you immensely, and I love everything that you do, and it's great just seeing you grow and prosper into the young man and young professional that you're becoming right now. So have an amazing day, Brad.
Thank you, you too, Aaron.
That's it.